It's such an exposed genre. Everybody, if the double bass hits a bung note, you all hear it. It's not just about me, it's everybody is exposed.
Totally.
And the difference in a cacophony of rock music, there's so many frequencies happening all at once that it needn't even matter if everyone is mint condition tuned. There's still enough in there to mask a shitty, vocal take. Well, it started in 2013. Punk rock is the best vehicle for a rapid fire concept, like 10 songs you've just thrown together. I approached the people that I thought would be best on their various instruments to produce that type of thing. We recorded those 10 songs over the course of 10 shows, and we put them on a 10-inch vinyl, and about 10 people bought it, and that's it. But I enjoyed it so much because, as you would know, being musicians and being in bands and being in positions of touring in vans, like sharing those confined spaces with other individuals where the only thing you have in common is your love of music and reproducing those same songs, it can get pretty tense pretty quickly. Band, it's like a family, it's like anything else. But that never happened for Litter, who played 10 songs and disbanded, and I still love those guys, and I have really fond memories of that being one of my favourite bands because we didn't have the internal, dramas. So I really wanted to do it again, but what caveats would I set for myself as challenges for this time? And this is it. I'll do 10 songs, a different 10 songs. And then hand them over to someone as talented as Andrew.
We've gentrified the whole album to be acceptable to grandmothers, aunties, and all sorts of, generations of people who detest punk music and need it to be sanitized, some kind of, music that they might understand. So here we are, the jazz album. Hey, have you got a little? You told me what song you wanted to start with, and I forgot.
I think we should nail "Hate Will Own You."
It's not exactly like that. If only we could swing that hard.
On the song "Hate Will Own You" it's in the title, really. True enough that anger is an energy, but then of course what you do with that energy after it's useful is important, because if it doesn't dissipate, it can develop as a form of kind of mental cancer, I suppose, and you end up punching the steering wheel every time a family of ducks wants to cross the road.
Because you're not worth the hypertension. I've got a life that wants me sound. Just knowing that you'll die alone in knots suits us both down to the ground.
So this is super exciting for me.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I'm curious to know, like, I can scream and roll around, but can I croon?
It is a different thing, isn't it?
It's a completely different mindset.
I know Matt through the telephone and the internet, but we have hung out a bit and done a lot of work together on these tunes. Spent some time transcribing his crazy ideas, punk music, which is not something I have absolutely any experience with whatsoever, and just writing jazzy versions of those same songs.
I had a dream that I was on the jury for the trial of the guy who decided to.
Why did you do that, Andrew? Why did you have to do that? Why'd you scribble it out?
Because it sounded like poo-poo.
And then I woke to the reality. What a worker's life must be. Surrender to the day's demand.
I think sometimes it's hard to not make it lame, because jazz is a kind of a lame music. If you don't it's hard. It's hard. It's interesting, like, trying to make these songs into jazz, because half the time when you make other songs that aren't jazz songs into jazz songs, you end up in a very lame territory. it was really important, I think, for me, and I presumably for Matt, but I never asked him, was that it wouldn't be lame. So spent a lot of time just trying to find the coolest way to do this.
Race to extinction, I know the shortcut.
I love how Max has just come in there and been like, how do I get out of this dancing circle?
Builder or Sparky, warehouse dispatcher, who needs school or time on tools.
We still do those hits, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then is the chorus how many times? As written, 3 times. And then we actually do the finale.
Yeah.
4 of those and 1 more chorus.
You get to be 50 as a punishment for having been 24. Fluctuations in work ethic and ethics in general. My crippling mistrust and a cynicism that I wear like a medal but depend on like a crutch is a punishment for ever having once pursued a single dream.
Why litter?
Because it's a cluster of new life, and it's also rubbish.
The 5th bar of the chorus, I think it's bar 42, that's kind of the most swing, and that should just be like absolutely fanging.
You think about doing this song next.
I believe this particular musical piece is quite an interesting number, European obviously, in its approach, and my wish for you is death via lifelong happiness, which is a roundabout way of saying we should play this song.
I love you, I honestly love you. And that's how you make a documentary.